Hey guys, John from SurfFX, and we're having a look at the new 2020 North Cross. This has been a really hot surfboard, and I'll go through a few reasons why. So everyone who's hopped on it found that it's really got a nice edge and good bite. So that comes from a nice consistent rocker line, and in particular you've got a little bit of a bevel, and the sharp rail actually goes quite a bit far up. So when you rail this board over, you actually get a little bit of grip from your rail, not just off your fins. Something pretty cool. So they've done a few changes this year. In particular, you can see it on here quite well, a massive quad concave bottom. So you're only kiting in choppy conditions because it's windy, and that anytime you add those big concaves, it really kind of helps suck the board down onto the water, gives it acceleration through those channels, but importantly, really kind of breaks up the chop and smooths out the ride. So having these go all the way through the nose, it's almost like having like little hulls on a boat. So you just really slice through that chop. So construction-wise, these guys have, it's really light. It's a nice Innegra construction. So the carbon is the VectorNet carbon with the Innegra, and you get a nice board with lots of flex, good durability, the weight of like a polyester board, but you get the strength of having the Innegra composite board. A few things you can't see because they put on an awesome full deck grip. So with a little kick pad on the front, so you kind of not going to be, you can feel where the front is to not go over the front. Is up the front here, they've got underneath in the scooped out bit of foam, they have EVA pads where your heels are going to be. So that helps with the cushioning and helps with the dents and compression. Coming through the back, you can see a little bit of it here, but they've got carbon again running this way across the board to give it another bit of stiffness through the fin. So that just corresponds with the fin boxes and the back end, so you can really get some snap and lots of power off the back while keeping the fin box area really secure. Fin boxes on here, you do have FCS2 beauty, so you can run FCS2 fins, or obviously you can always run the FCS standards, and you'll have a little gap where you can use those box fillers if you could be bothered. But it's really nice to have an option of the FCS2 rather than which is a lot of guys have now in their fin box, and you can't put them in kite boards because a lot of the kite boards don't have that box in. Having the foot straps on here, really nice option. It just lets you run straps if you want to run straps. So sometimes on bigger days, it's nice to make sure you're not going to be falling off your board. And some guys want to be out doing some freestyle and things like that. So the outline of this board, you can see it's very squared off. So you do have a nice kind of very straight rail here, so it holds a lot of speed with a pulled in nose, so you can sit it onto the wave face without really catching it if it was a super squared off nose. Tail wise, you can see there, it stays, and it really, the fins are here, so that's where it starts to pull in nicely into the roundness, and then you've got a real rounded big square tail. So most guys who kite surf will want a board, you're in the inside, there's always a bit of a rip going with the wind, so that takes a bit out of it. So having a little bit width through the tail helps keep the board on the water and helps you chug up wind as well.